floor, but the impact of her appearance was negligible.
6 more all-day Sundays.
Look, where's Evie? Hi, Evie.
Hi, small change.
Hey, wait, I got money tonight. Am I going to see you later?
I'm not too tired.
But Evie, I thought we had a date.
Look, this tray weighs a ton.
After only 2 films, Marilyn's contract was dropped. She first sang and danced the next year in Ladies of the Chorus for Columbia. She began working with an acting coach. It didn't help. Again, Marilyn was dropped.
Marilyn had very little self-worth. She didn't trust that she could do something by herself. And so very early in her career, she began to get coaches.
The drama coach, Natasha Lythes, came into her life because I'm sure that Marilyn thought that there was some magic in Natasha. She felt she needed someone to support her, to tell her what she was doing right when she did something right.
When we went to the Actors Lab, which was behind Schwab's, and I took classes there, she would sit when she was allowed to in back of the theater and watch. She watched great actors from the Group Theater in New York, but she didn't even think that she was good enough to take classes.
Marilyn had a walk-on part in the 1950 Love Happy with the Marx Brothers, and she made the most of it.
Is there anything I can do for you? What a ridiculous statement.
Mr. Grunion, I want you to help me.
I have a little sand left. What seems to be the trouble?
Some men are following me.
Really? I can't understand why.
That year, Clark Gordon, a classmate from the Actors Lab, was at the same audition as Marilyn.
I went to read with her, and I realized that she was so nervous the script was shaking like a leaf. So I said, Marilyn, just grab my arm and hold on to it, and remember, with a microphone, you don't pay any attention to it. This is just a story about 2 young people sitting on the front porch deciding whether they're going to kiss each other. And she grabbed my arm and really sunk her fingernails into it. She was scared. And afterwards, in that wonderful, tremulous voice of hers, he said, "Oh, thank you so much. I don't know how I can ever thank you." And I said, "Well, let's go across the street and have a cup of coffee at Coffee Dan's." And she said that she had an opportunity to go out with Johnny Hyde on Tuesday night. And I said, "Listen, that's important. He's a big agent." I called Thursday morning, and evidently that night was the night that she decided to go up and live with Johnny Hyde.
She had a talent to make people sorry for herself, and she exploited it to the very best of her ability. That was pretty good. Even people who have been around and around and around in Hollywood still fell for this help me pose.
Her whole impulse was really one of wanting to protect her and I felt no sense of manipulation from her, no sense of anything except sheer terror.
And I think it helped her a great deal to become a star, because everybody wanted to help her.
She respected intellect. I was busy going out with handsome young movie stars. She was attracted, maybe father figures, but certainly older men who were very smart.
Super agent Johnny Hyde prevailed on John Huston to audition Marilyn for a part in the 1950 Asphalt Jungle. It was her first major break.
Since I'm going to be busy with a lot of cases, I thought you might like to take a trip.
Where to?
Oh, I don't know, the coast, Florida, anywhere you like.
Could I, Uncle Lon? Anywhere? No fooling?
Yes, I think a change of scenery might be good for you.
Wait. You wait right here. I've got the most terrific idea.
Oh, Cuba, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Imagine me on this beach here in my green bathing suit. Yikes. I almost bought a white one the other day, but it wasn't quite extreme enough. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I really went in for the extreme, I would have bought a French one. Run for your lives, girls. The fleet's in. Oh, Uncle Lon, am I excited? Yikes!
We were blonde Hollywood babies. But it wasn't sad when we began to get good roles. It was the most glorious and wonderful thing. We had fun. And all this stuff about being doomed and having a miserable life is totally untrue. It was exciting and wonderful, and she got a used black Cadillac and drove people around, and I had a new white Cadillac that Paramount got from me wholesale, $2,500 with everything on it. And we really had fun. At one point, we used to pick up our unemployment checks and go to the racetrack and bet $2. Bet about $6 all day long.
Encouraged by Johnny Hyde, Marilyn eagerly pursued publicity. She would be voted Miss Cheesecake of 1951.
I first met Marilyn on the set of All About Eve, where we were all at Margot's.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
I was very irritated at her, I must say, almost right away, because she kept us waiting almost an hour. And when she did arrive, she looked like this dear little sort of duckling of a girl, with blonde hair and pretty figure and unawareness, really, of the demands that were made upon most of us all the time, to be on time, to know our lines, to be ready when we were called. So, but she seemed to be blithely unaware of this. And then she proceeded to, I remember the line about somebody saying she called the waiter at the party, and I believe George Sanders said,